She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Baby, don't try it, just stop it. You should know that I got options. I be fly like I live in the cockpit. Mess around with the money, get drop kick. Only one in the city to pop quick. Never cared about being your top 10. Got a house in the hills, can you top this? I came from where them boys leave you topless. They get crazy around here in my section. All of my ops get to stepping. Know how long I had prayed for these blessings. Took my L's and turned them to lessons. I go take it, I'm not in the begging. If I'm breaking bread, it's only with the brethren. I need the top, cause that's where I'm heading. Yeah, she want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me. I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Yeah, ooh, I'm moving faster than lightning. I can't close on my eyes, too excited. It's the fruit of what you get for trying. Don't be selling no more, I'm just buying. I got two of everything that you eyeing. Put my boots on and turn to a giant. This is fact, ain't no fictional writing. If I want to, I go right into hiding. Me and my lady somewhere on the island. I came up in a war zone where it's violent. Either end up a victim or a tyrant. Nobody did it like this, nobody ever. Told myself it would get better. Wrote it and meant every letter. Now we flood the city, it's never been wetter. She want me to lock it down, but I told her to pass the key. You gotta slow it down, girl, you moving too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. I came up from the bottom, now look at me now, they mad at me. I cannot slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me. Nobody did it like this, so they wonder, they asking me if I can slow it down, cause it's coming too fast for me.
Started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late. Seen him down bad, now they tryna hate. Same ones try to hit me for the raise. Got a meal, now they coming with a blaze. Check the numbers, fam, I swear I'm getting paid. I'm a don just like the Perrier. It's one time when I'm looking at a face. On the low like I'm pushing up the bass. Told him come down and I'll meet him at a gate. Got a check and I bought myself a place. They get some money and they blow it on bait. I don't flex but I'm pushing all the weight. Told them all I swear I got it's what it takes. Phone started jumping, what a day. Swear to God I need it, now I can't afford to wait. I just had a fan hit me up from Kuwait. Told him this would happen and we not a minute late.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. Stealing at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hostile trying to flip it out the stove. Rocking fake J's, praying that nobody knows. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause a good die young. Yeah, the good die young. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave. I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, I might crash, cause good die young. but here I come. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 mile per hour might crash cause the good die young. Here I come. Push it to the limit, can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in stone. Write my name in stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in stone. Write my name in stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home.
Beautiful catastrophe. It's a toxic addiction. You're a guilty catastrophe.
Maybe mom and dad were right when they told me this wouldn't be nothing. Maybe I should take their advice, go get a life, or maybe get a job or something. Pack it up and head back home, tell everybody I was bluffing. Maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. 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 Yeah. Maybe all my exes is drinking themselves crazy tonight. Maybe I should call and say, told you I'd be right. Wondering how long it was before you realized the biggest mistake of your life, and now you're paying the price. Oh, is it confidence or confusion? Either way, I feel like I ain't never losing. Your opinion of mine, you know just what I'm choosing. I gotta do this, cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like.
Partying like it's 1999 in Whippet country. For the first time since then, Shelby is playing for a regional championship and looking for their third trip to the state Final Four, but standing in their way, a Lakeview squad, number 9 in Division 4, looking to make its first trip to Dayton. This is the Division 4 Lexington Regional Championship match, and it's coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, with Pregame coming your way next.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes. And finally, bacon to taste. analysis.
Home and kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
We welcome you inside the Mechanics Bank pregame show for this, the Division 4 Lexington Regional Championship match between 23-3 Shelby and 23-2 Lakeview. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi, joined by my partner today, Jonathan Langdon. And Jonathan, it's the Elite Eight. This is some phenomenal volleyball we're about to see.
This is where it starts to get dwindled down to the best of the best, and Shelby and Lakewood are just that. Lakewood's got a ranking, Shelby does not. Shelby and the Whippets trying to prove that they deserve a number in front of their name.
And what a day. Hello, everybody. Travis Berardi, Jonathan Langdon, and I wouldn't say a Cinderella-type run for Shelby, but a very gutsy run they had, knocking off Highland 2 nights ago here at Lexington High School. They were down 2-0, take set number 3, take set number 4 in convincing fashion, and then holding them off in set 5 for their second victory over a highly rated Highland squad to get to this point.
And this is something that that team has done a ton of times. They've been able to come back 2-0 down. They've faced adversity multiple times throughout the season, and the ability for them to get here to this point is huge, especially against a team that could very well in Lakewood send you down again here today, but they know how to come back. That will be huge to see how they respond after a big 5-set thriller on Thursday. Can they bounce back here just 2 days later and maybe even take a regional title and head to state?
And there is the team spotlight for Lakeview, looking for their first Final Four appearance. They're hitting .356 on the year with a 43.6 kill percentage. Knocked off Lake here 2 nights ago in 4 sets. Beat Beaumont School in 4 sets and Struthers in 3. One of the players to watch for this afternoon, the leading killer for the Bulldogs, Reagan Price, 370 kills. 63 blocks, but she also adds defense with 231 digs.
Yeah, she's one of those do-it-all type players, and we saw Shelby a couple of nights ago. They took on one of the best attackers in Cameron Stover, so they know how to attack. They know how to approach some hitters just like this with Reagan Price. There's also another name to watch out for, Molly Stewart. She is the second leading killer, 328 kills. She also had 17 kills in that last game on Thursday.
17 kills, 5 digs, and 9 blocks. But now, let's take a look at the team we are here for. That is the Shelby Lady Whippets, unranked, but they are in the Elite 8 after their Amazing comeback against Highland. I know Stover got hurt in that third set. Shelby was still up, though, so they had that comeback coming on. Tough way for Highland to end their season, but Shelby still here. They're seeking their first Final Four appearance since 1990. The 2 times they played in the regional final before today, they have made it to the Final Four. They're hitting .217 with a 34.3% kill percentage.
Yeah, in this team, that fourth set they played against Highland was one of the most impressive sets I have seen all year from any team in the area. So yes, Stover went down, but Shelby responded and just completely dominated that fourth set. It didn't matter if Stover was out there. Result was probably going to be the same.
Madison Henkel was our MVP. We've had Eve Schwimley, but let's talk about Lexi Moon. 270 kills, 41 blocks, 36 aces in 26 matches. They're the big 3 for Shelby, and if she can get her game going with the other 2, they're going to have a good chance today.
Yeah, just like you said, Moon is an X factor. We know what Henkel's going to do. We know what Schwemley's going to give you defensively and through the attack. If Lexi Moon can be that third option, she might even be the second option here today. But if she can start to get going and rack up some kills, she is going to have a night or have an afternoon, and Shelby is going to have themselves a regional title. 12
kills, 4 digs against Highland in their regional semi-final victory. Let's take a look now at the keys to victory for those Shelby Lady Whippets. And Jonathan, my keys today. First, battle-tested. Keep the composure. They were down 2-0 twice to Highland this season. Came back and won those. So they have the ability to do that and ride the wave. Look at this crowd that we have here from Shelby. It's a 15-minute drive. So use that to your advantage. Get an early lead, get on a bit of a run, and use that crowd to your advantage, and you will have a good time. Now let's take a look at the keys to victory for the Lady Dogs of Lakeview. And take set 1. This is a team, the only time they've played 5 sets, they lost. They've mostly won their matches in 4. So if you get that early lead, that gets them into a rhythm, and then take out the noise. We got a student section that's going nuts right here. Got to tune that out because, like we said, you're playing for your first Final Four appearance. And we are underway as Hoffbauer serves it, nearly gets it to fall, and the overpass won't go, and Shelby is on the board first. It's 1-0.
Keep an eye on Coach Ohlweiler over at the bench. She is going to be directing all of these servers to kind of find gaps in that Lakeview defense. So the first player here is Hoffbauer, the setter for this Shelby team.
43 service aces coming into this. That's a nice dig for Shelby. Left side, Eve Schwimley off the block and down. It's 2-0. Eve Schwimley, 159 kills. Third best on the team. She had 7 kills against Highland. It's 2-0.
Solid 2-0 run here to start from Shelby. The Whippets showing things off with the lefty server.
This will be a backline swing by Molly Stewart. Big reception. It'll be a free ball back to Lakeview. Right at the net. Swung and down. Reagan Price makes it 2-1.
If you can control the middle here today, if you're Lakeview, you're going to have a lot of fun because Madison Henkel is one of the best blockers in the MOAC for Shelby. If you can get around her early, get her rattled, that will be huge as we move forward.
Molly Milich to serve. Overpass. Yummy is flicked down. We're tied at 2. Mallory, 4 service aces against Lake. Ties things up here at 2 apiece.
So an ace apiece here for both sides.
That one received by Walp. Bumped up left side, it'll be a free ball. High reception off the swing, tipped. Walp there with the save. Schwimley sends it back. Left side, 8-ball corner pocket, 3-2.
If you were to ask me who I thought would come out and really show things out offensively for the Shelby team first, I would not have said Eve Schwemley. She's had a good start here today.
She, one of the big 3 for the Lady Whippets. Low serve, bit of an overpass, but collected. Swing is tipped, but it will fall. We're tied at 3.
Yeah, solid kill there. I think they got Kennedy Bartlett on that last one.
Take a look at the Koorsen Fire and Security replay. And just beyond the outreached arms to tie things up. That one, tough reception into the Shelby bench. Free ball won't go, and Lakeview's got its first lead of the match, 4-3 here in set 1.
So another 2-0 run So the run's not going too crazy right now, but of course early in the match, you want to stay back and forth as long as you possibly can. We've got something going on over at the scorer's table.
Are you looking lineup-wise, or... Well, looks like a referee's going to talk to Lexington's AD about something. Anyway.
Gotta love it, though, in the delay, both sides. Lakeview, they traveled well, even though it was a 2-hour trip. Shelby, they're both bringing the noise here this afternoon.
Quick set, dinked over, nothing doing. Back to Lakeview, overpass, out of bounds. Give the kill to Reagan Price, it's 5-3.
She's a player spotlight for a reason, Travis. Yep. She is extremely good. Of course, Shelby has seen players like her, but this team has multiple weapons compared to Highland, where we saw it was mostly Stover. When she went out, Shelby went on that 3-0 run to win.
Schwimley from mid-range, that's kept alive. Bumped up left side, angled. Shelby there. Blocked. Yummy balls flicked over. And it'll be a free ball back to Shelby. A short free ball, but in system. Back set off the tip, kept alive. Down the middle, a little dink is dug up, right back over, but into the net. It's 6-3, and the run continues for Lakeview.
Yeah, that campfire cannot be started right now. You really got to be good in the middle, especially early, because if they start seeing that that's going to be open all game, they're going to exploit that, and then you're going to be leaving yourself open in other areas.
Back set, big swing and a finish. Bailey Hoffbauer ends the run. It's 6-4.
That breaks a 4-0 run from Lakeview. Shelby needed that. Now they've got their libero. This is Walt back to serve.
Actually, that was Madison Henkel. 5 and 6 look a little bit alike on the jerseys. She was our MVP for the last match.
Yeah, she's usually in the middle, so I could see where you get that mixed up.
Mishandled there. Lakeview gets the point back, 7-4.
First kill of the day for Molly Stewart, a senior outside hitter. That was the one I talked about earlier, the second leading attacker on this team.
Serve angled, in play. Right down the middle, off the block and out of bounds. Shelby back on the board.
There's your player spotlight, Lexi Moon.
And it's good to see her get going early on here as Shelby's cut the deficit back to 2. Ava Bowman now to serve. Had an ace. Tried to go short that time, but into the tape. It's a service error. It's 8-5.
So back and forth points here. The last 5 volleys. It's a 3-point lead for this Lakeview team that, despite the long trip, I already said it, they've got quite the fans here this afternoon.
Big back set, big swing there. Chloe Mahak gets the kill, 8-6. Short little dink. Shelby with a chance to cut this to 1. Down the left side, it's killed by Moon. 8-7.
Shelby getting close to tying this up, and this is all led by the service line, Miley Shackle, the junior.
Back down 1 are the Whippets. Back line, it's received. Back set, little dink, will fall.
Gotta love the roll shot there. Just able to put enough weight on it to kind of just let it fall underneath the back row. They couldn't dive forward to grab it, and that makes it a 9-7 lead.
I like to call that a change-up from what we're used to seeing. Serve in system, back set, swung, off the block, it falls. Shelby back on the board, it's 9-8.
This is just what you talked about, Lexi Moon. She needs to be that big piece. She's leading the team in kills so far. She's got 3.
She is now to the line, 36 service aces on the year. To the back line, it's played. Mid-range swing, tipped and kept alive. Shelby with a chance to tie it here. Right side, just out though. Point goes to the Bulldogs.
First to 10, that's a big milestone for this Lakeview team. You usually talk about first to 20 to win, but first to 10 is just as important.
But a good thing for Shelby, they withstood that run, and they're keeping it to within 2 and 1 now. A little dink, one-handed save. Left side off the block and down. A tough swing there. They'll get the kill.
That's a missed opportunity by Shelby. It was just a little bit high on the set by Hofbauer, and Henkel, you talked about it, you called it a dink. I think that was more of just a miscue where she had to just kind of tip it up because she would have completely missed if she didn't.
Addison Allen got the kill there. That dink, though, will fall. And that is Madison Henkel reading the block, seeing there was space behind it, and just light touch over top to make it 11-9. Hofbauer now to serve. Down the middle. Bumped. Left side swing is out. It's 11-10.
One of the first errors we've seen here today from this Bulldog squad. So if they can keep that under bay, you got to like their chances of keeping this lead. Just no self-inflicted wounds.
Short serve. Dug up, overpass though. Shelby will get another chance. Back set to Alex Lay, and they're tied it up. Alex Lay with the first kill for her. She had 6 against Highland, and we're tied at 11.
That's another piece that I think is huge. You talked about Moon. You want her to really start stepping up. Alex Lay, she's one of the tallest teams on this roster, and her blocking presence along with her attacking presence, those are going to be much needed here today.
Off the tip. Kept alive, quick swing by Schwemley's kept up. Left side, over the block, and unable to be dug. It's 12-11.
It's a good read by Lakeview. They saw that Hofbauer was playing right at that 10-foot line that left that near side corner all alone, and Wap just couldn't get there.
You see on the replay, Shelby sold out for the block, unable to get it. 12-11. Back set, Schwemley. That's kept alive by the libero, Mara Schmader. Quick set, stays up. But it'll be a free ball on the mishandle. Down the middle, got it! Henkel again.
Well crafted there by Shelby. Up the middle, Henkel needs to start getting some swings down. There's one for her. That's 3 kills on the day. A couple of those have kind of just been dinks.
Had 20 against Highland. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, that's huge.
Nearly
a 5-set
set
game.
Yeah. That swing's blocked. Another chance for the Bulldogs. Mid-range into the net. Shelby's got the lead back, 13-12.
Henkel's not going to get the block for that one, but on the one before, she really made her presence felt. She's got 73 blocks coming into today. That's the best on the team, best in the MOAC as well.
Schwemley with the serve. Another block. Kept alive. Set across, a little dink. Will give Shelby a chance. Quick swing back. Nothing there. Down the middle. Blocked again, but falls. It's 13-all.
Yeah, so Henkel's able to get there now, but they're kind of playing off her hands, so keep an eye on how Lakeview takes swings on Henkel. Sometimes they're not swinging just for her to completely miss. They want her to get some of these blocks and deflect them out of bounds.
Schwemley mid-range won't go. High bump back towards the front of the line. That stays alive. Left side for Shelby. Blocked and in.
Really close there on that back line. I don't think it would have mattered. I think there was a slight deflection as it came down by Shelby.
Yeah, it looked like Walt might have got a hand on it anyway. It's 14-13. Short serve, Walt there. Back set, blocked. Schwemley kept it alive though. And she'll just set it back across. Pass behind the head, that's blocked. Move towards the right side now. The swing, Schwemley with the one-handed save. Up at the net, blocked and down. Back-to-back blocks here for Lakeview, and they get their 2-point lead back. It's 15-13.
Yeah, and that's big because it's a long volley, and you really want to win those just for momentum's sake. And with how long that volley went, the Whippets were out of system, I would say, and Walt was the only one that was ready to field a block.
Back set, that's off the tip. Cross-court set, angled, got it. Stewart with the kill, it's 16-13. You got to think maybe if Lakeview gets another point or two here, Shelby may take their first time out of set 1.
I've got Stewart and Price both for 3 kills here today.
Right side, that touches the line, it's an ace, and there is the Shelby timeout. Lakeview getting the lead back. They lead 17-13 here in set one. And like you mentioned, only maybe a quarter full, the fans over there on that side, but they're very loud, and they brought a student section too.
Yeah, and that student section and fans, they helped them to a 4-0 run there before that timeout. So this is huge. It was tied at 13 at one point, and now we sit 17-13, and Shelby's got to talk things over.
As you take a look at the Lakeview section, I want to welcome everybody watching live and free today. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you back out in the fan zone. Gotta love volleyball when you have good student sections too. Yep. Anything that involves Shelby, you're gonna get a great student section right in front of us. But I do gotta shout out the Bulldogs too, as their students up on top here, trying to get loud.
I love the atmosphere of just having the railing and having all the students just stand along it up top, assert their dominance. They have the high ground, Travis.
I will say Lexington did a good job of recreating their gym here. That swings into the net. It's 18-13. Another miss hit by Shelby. I believe that's their third or fourth error of this set. And that's pretty much the difference right now.
Yeah, Shelby right now just not able to stay in system. Some of their sets have been a little bit off. And also, yeah, just like this, out-of-system sendovers that just go out of bounds.
And Schwemley's swing goes out of bounds. 19-13, and now you're thinking at least try and get some momentum if you can't finish off the set here for Shelby. The Lakeview in control. This one in system. Back set, swung, let ball, stays alive. That swing, Walp there. Nice adjustment, but out of bounds. And it's 20-13. The run continues.
Yeah, Henkel's not a setter, but she kind of had to be in that situation. And already, this is now a 7-0 run. 3 points later after the first timeout, we see a second one called by Coach Ohlweiler.
Yeah, needed to try and stop the bleeding here as Lakeview 5 points away from taking that important first set for them. Shelby led this 13-12. It's an 8-0 run. This is just exactly what you want to see for Lakeview because it also kind of quiets this packed crowd on the Shelby side too. Also probably quiets some of the 250 fans watching on Facebook and YouTube as well. Thank you all for watching this afternoon. I know there is another football game going on right now.
Oh, I just know that if they're really strategic, they got us on the laptop and they got the big game that I know you're talking about up on the TV.
Yeah.
Or hopefully it's the other way around. It's definitely the other way around.
Back to action here. And it's an ace, so they did not ice the server that time. It's 21-13.
That's the biggest demoralizer. You use both of your timeouts. You're expecting at least one coach's point, which is a point after a timeout. You don't get either. And in fact, that one right there was an ace. Didn't even give yourself a chance.
Back set little dink, kept alive by Price. That swing into the net, mishandled. Stewart got it across. It's 22-13.
Yeah, it just feels like the tape is against Shelby as well here at Lexington. Of course, Shelby and Lexington, big rivals. Maybe just the atmosphere here for the Minutemen in their gym, just throwing off Shelby, but Lakeview running away with it, 22-13.
Back set for Henkel. Henkel finally ends the run. It's a kill, and Shelby will get service back.
That's her fourth kill of the day, and that was much needed. Maybe a little bit too late here in set number one. However, it would take something really huge here from either Walp or anybody else that's going to serve after this.
Short serve by Walp, that's received. The swing by Stewart won't go. Over left side, Mayheck won't get it to fall. But that one will for Stewart. Stewart's in her position right now, that left side, and she's getting the kills. It's 23-14.
I got to give props to Mallory Maylock. That was one of the most impressive bump sets I have seen in a while, especially here in this tournament. She was able to perfectly feed her teammate.
And that's an ace. Set point coming up for Lakeview. 10 set points for the Bulldogs. Nearly an ace to finish it. It will be a free ball back over. For the set, too strong. Shelby holds that one off. It's 24-15.
Got to feel that was the regional jitters right there. You know that any swing you take at this point on is going to win you a set. And she just didn't really get a good hold of that one. Sailed all the way over to Shelby's bench.
Set point number 2.
Going to need quite the run from Ava Bowman right now.
Tough reception, but right at the net. Quick set, saved by Schwimley. Left side dink, dug up. Quick swing, blocked, and out of bounds. 24-16. Shelby on a bit of a run here.
Whippets holding on for just a while longer. Ava Bowman, she gets some aces. She's got 22 on the year. Almost got one earlier.
That's set up for Bartlett. Bumped right back over. That's blocked as well. Nearly saved. Yummy ball down. Moon. Lexi Moon makes it. No, they're going to say into the net. So that'll end the set.
Look at this replay. You're going to see Moon go right into the net on this tap down. It moves significantly.
Yep.
And I was about to say something on the one that she had before. She was getting awfully close. And right there, she ends the set. Lakeview gets it because of an error.
25-16. We'll take a break. Be back with set 2 after this.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Home and kitchen supply, we're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
(25-16) in favor of the number 9 team in the state, Lakeview. Travis Berardi back with Jonathan Langdon. This is our view that we have here today from Lexington High School. Got a pretty good angle. No babies or moms with babies blocking our view right now. So
For now. POV, you're an OH reporter.
So Lakeview does what they needed to. They got that first set to get comfortable. But as you can see here, Shelby, what a save. Trying to get that first point. They've been in a position like this many times this season.
What a point this would be.
Blocked. We will play on. Bumped left side off the tip and down. What a save. Addison Allen gets the kill, but somehow that's just flicked right back across. You can see the bench going nuts, and that's a big momentum point to start off set 2.
Even if it doesn't feel like you can get it, if you can just tip it up even just a couple of feet, somebody else is going to fly in and help you out. That's what you're always taught.
Ace makes it 2-0. Walp unable to handle that pass.
Coming off the platform weird right now from Walp. A couple times in the first set as well where serve receives were a little rough.
This will be a free ball. Lakeview with a chance to add on again. And they do. Reagan Price, 3-0.
It felt exactly like this in the Highland game as well. Just rough starts for Shelby. But luckily for them, they're a good team at coming back, but you don't really want to put yourself in that situation.
And now, an error by Lay makes it 4-0. And that's something, too. How much did it take out of them to fight back to beat Highland? And how much do they have left in the tank for this one? Big swing overpass, handled, yummy ball flicked down by Schwimley. Shelby's on the board 4-1.
Yeah, much needed there. Schwimley gets the kill. She'll come back to serve as well. She's pretty good at the service line. Now you need a run.
Serve is taken by Stewart. Cross-court swing. Walp tried to get it, but it's out of bounds, and it's a kill for Price.
And some of the little things that you don't really think about in a match, one of them is killing any sort of potential chance at a run. You see that Lakeview went on a 4-0 run. Shelby, they scored one back. They had a chance to kind of come back to it, but the Bulldogs really did not let up.
Right back at you, though. Henkel gets the kill. She'll take a seat. It's 5-2.
Back and forth the last 4 points. Here's Walt back to serve.
.44 service aces this season for her. Angles that to the corner, and this will be a mid-range swing. It's blocked. It falls. Shelby's got 2 straight, 5-3. Walp again. Tough reception. This is bumped back towards the net. Swing kept up by Schwemley. Back set for Lay. Lay down the line, but out.
I don't know about that
touched.
one. I think it even landed in as well. Here's your look. Yeah, that looked into me.
That was in. Misplayed by the line judge, but ball don't lie. It's into the net anyway. 6-4.
That's huge, though. You really don't want that, especially in a regional championship game. Got to respect the line judge's decision, but she's like 5 yards from there.
Well, she was flinching too, which kind of threw her head off for a second. Nonetheless, ball don't lie. Ball don't lie again. It's 6-5. So the volleyball gods,
you'll take that.
Give it right back, and we're where we should be at right now, 6-5.
Yeah, you'll take that. Here's Bowman again.
Down the line, it's received. Set up for Bartlett. Too
Way
strong. We're tied at 6. Shelby withstood the storm early on. They've come back to tie this, kind of like what we saw in set 1. But now is where they need to take control. They weren't able to, and let Lakeview go on a run in set 1.
Yeah, back and forth here early in the second set. Same thing with the first set. This is where Shelby, it gets dangerous.
Walp with a great save. The overpass unable to be handled by Stewart, and Shelby leads 7-6.
I'm still not over it. If it wasn't for that line out of bounds, this would be a 6-0 run.
To the back line, in system. Little dink, kept alive by Bowman. Angled by Moon, kept up. Free ball to Shelby. Moon again, got it. Moon ball, 8-6.
Big time play, big time run as well from Shelby. One more, you got to think there might be a timeout called here soon by Lakeview.
Bowman ready down the middle. In system, cross court, the swing. Stays alive, but out. Run ends, but Shelby did exactly what they needed to do, and that's take the lead.
Yeah, Mayheck sent that over on the second contact. It was a little awkward looking of a swing. I think it worked, but it was out of bounds, so that didn't really help their case. Lakeview was kind of debating to play it or not.
Back set, the swing to the corner, kept alive. Bumped ahead. Walp there. Schwemley bumps it towards the net, and it's sent over by Mayheck. Back set, swing blocked. Somehow saved. The Yummy stays up. Mid-range swing, too strong. Shelby get a big point there.
Lakeview's sailing them out of bounds right now. Just a little bit too much air on their swings. How about that stint from Chloe Mahek, who now goes to the bench? From her knees, able to play it back up. Big time here from Shelby, getting some contribution from some of their players that don't see too much time compared to the others.
Back set, the swing. Walp there.
Off the face?
Hey, whatever works. Free ball back over to Lakeview, though. In system. Left side off the tip. Schwimley with the bump. Quick set right at Stewart. Dink down the middle is down, and they get the kill.
I like the idea from Hoffbauer there for a setter dump. Just not a good location. Looked like there was a wide open campfire. She just missed it.
9-8 Shelby. Schwimley passes it back into play. Moon. Great dig by Stewart. This will be a free ball, though.
Need this.
Hoffbauer to Moon again. Dug out of bounds. 10-8. Like the effort, but unable to get it back into play.
Yeah, you just got to keep that lead right now if you're the Whippets. This Lakeview team, they can really kill your momentum at any moment, even especially after a play like that. If they were to get that fantastic dig and score, this could be going a completely different way. So Shelby holds on. Here's another serve.
Tough reception by Kappen. Sent over. That would have been in, so a nice play by Shelby. Schwimley with the dink. It's blocked, and it's in.
Wow. Coach Ohlweiler not happy. This one's also close, but I think the officials got this one right. Here's your look, thanks to Koorsen Fire and Security. Couldn't really see it on our side, but from where I was standing, I think they're right.
There were two refs standing right there as well, so
one of them
it would have been
was
out,
even closer than the last one.
One would have said it was out and overruled it. Quick dink won't go. Back line swing is out. We're tied at 10.
That's something you don't see from Shelby. Back row attacks. Whippets aren't really built for that kind of play. Lakeview, as you see there, they kind of are. Shelby, they're going to have to be ready for that now. That's something that has been added to the playbook by the Bulldogs.
Mara Schmader with the serve. Schwimley mid-range, blocked and down. Price gives them the lead, 11-10.
That was quite the rejection. You could hear that all around the gym. Got both arms on it, sent it straight down.
Shelby looking to end the Lakeview run. That joust goes back to the side of Shelby. Backslide off the tip, out of bounds. Shelby does tie it back up.
Yeah, good call there. Did go out of bounds. I got to salute Madison Henkel. I don't know how she does it, but every time she goes up and the set's a little bit tight to the net, she just contorts her body and stays away. We've only seen one net violation, and it was the one that gave Lakeview the first set.
Nice set across and a great finish as Reagan Price gets another. It's 12-11.
Yeah, first lead here in a while for the Bulldogs, and this is huge. You've got a pretty good server here at the line. This is Mallory Maylock. She has, coming into today, 102 aces.
Not this time, and it turns nearly into a Shelby point. Another attempt, though, for them. Henkel will get it this time. We're tied again.
Yeah, that was a weak block by Lakeview. Number 14, Kennedy Bartlett. You're going to see here, she was late getting there, and it was easy to kind of just get that to tap off of Price and go to the left.
12-all. And Lakeview gets it right back thanks to Reagan Price. Back and forth we go once again here in set two.
Biggest success we've seen from Lakeview today, attacking-wise, is going across the court. If they're able to kind of just go from the 10-foot line on the near side and take it all the way to the far side, the Shelby Whippets have not been ready for that for the most part.
Henkel on the back set.
Touch.
Tipped and down.
The official just gave it to Lakeview, pointed over there, and the officials are going to meet.
The refs are going to talk this over.
Your replay is going to show you that this was clearly touched.
And they give it to Shelby.
Yep, that's the right call.
13-all.
The angle definitely didn't help as much as I thought it would, but I saw the bounce here in the gym.
Also, Jonathan Langdon has called many volleyball matches for Mount Vernon Nazarene University, so he knows what he sees.
Yeah, and shout out to Coach Ohlweiler.
So the call kind of settled Walp there. She gets the ace, and Shelby's got the lead back.
Yeah, this is huge. As I was saying, shout out Coach Ohlweiler and MVNU grad as well.
Bumped right at the net. Little dink. Back over to the Bulldogs. Swing back at Walp. She receives it. Left side. That's Mayheck. Won't go. Again, Stewart. Right at Schwemley. Back set again. That's tipped. That falls. We're tied again. The lucky bounces are going Lakeview's way here.
Yeah, that's just a little unfortunate. You're going to see that for the most part, they were ready for the block. All 6 of them, in fact, actually no, 5 of the 6 were in the 10-yard box and just went all right behind their heads.
But given right back, that's, what, the 3rd time we've seen a serve go into the net by Lakeview in this set. And now we're seeing a couple mistakes by them, flipping the script from the first set.
Yeah.
Bowman with the serve. Quick set, Bowman there. Left side, angled and down. Mayheck. She played in all 5 sets against Highland, but the sophomore coming up big here.
Yeah, she's starting to get time here later on in the season, and you can see why. She's been phenomenal. One thing I will comment on, they're getting really close to the net yet again. They might see some violations here soon.
Dink won't go. Set up and down. Moon. Lexi Moon, 17-14. And might I add, a couple kills for Mayheck as a timeout is called by Lakeview. But Mayheck only had 19 kills coming into this match. She's already got 2 tonight.
Yeah, she's doing pretty darn good. So her coming in, we also talked about the block that she had, and then from her knees, she kept the play alive. Shelby inevitably scored on that play. So 17-14, Shelby with the lead right here, and that's exactly what you want to see coming into this timeout. And that's the first one called by Lakeview, both sides still with timeouts. Shelby has all 2 remaining. If you remember in that first set as well, Lakeview went on a huge run. I believe it was a 9-0 run, and Shelby, they had to use both of their timeouts in that run alone. They went the last 10 to 15 points without a timeout, kind of just letting Lakeview kind of control the pace of the game, whether they wanted to call a timeout, whether they needed to call a timeout. They didn't really need to, so they didn't. And Shelby played right along with that with their 0. So Lakeview, they're going to talk things over, things getting switched up to their side. Them having to use this timeout first. And Ava Bowman keeping this service run alive for the Whippets.
Got another match going on, too. Another regional final. Willard and Ottawa-Glandorf. Ottawa-Glandorf leads 1-0 in the match, 18-17 in set 2. That's on our Facebook timeline and YouTube channel 1. Shelby looking to add on to the lead. Angled, kept alive. Back set for Bartlett. Won't go. It's blocked. It's 18-14.
And there she is again on cue. Chloe Mayheck having a game, helping this team to a 4-point lead. They may hold on here. It's really tough because this Lakeview team, they need a response, and they're probably going to get one here soon.
Set up down the middle, off the tip, kept alive. The joust will go the way of Lakeview, though. It's 18-15.
Yeah, can't have those overpasses, especially when you're looking off the block. Usually if something goes off the block, you want to make sure that you control it and give yourself an opportunity, because that's the softest the ball is going to come at you in any sort of way. So those are needed, and they didn't get it there.
Back set for Mayheck. One-handed save. It'll go left side to Stewart. Stewart angled right at Schwemley. Set down the middle. The dink by Moon won't go. Kind of mishandled, though, so it's set back across. Set up for Moon again, but into the net. 2 straight now for Lakeview. It's 18-16.
Similar to a play we saw earlier, there was a blocker that was late, and Moon saw it at the last moment, tried to go that way. She just didn't have enough vertical when she inevitably found that space and couldn't get it over.
Moon this time will get it. Another Moon ball out of bounds, 19-16.
Yeah, and that time she just sticks with her first instinct. So first read that she saw was that somebody jumped early, went right off the block on the right arm, the player's left arm, and it went straight right.
Miley Shackle, the junior, the serve. Back set, just punched over, mishandled there on the set. Schwemley's blocked. It'll stay on the side of Shelby as the joust goes across. Back set, Stewart won't go. Across to Schwemley. Schwemley too strong. Was it tipped? One judge says it was tipped, and it's a point for the Whippets.
Interesting call. I didn't see a touch personally, but honestly, if you're Shelby, couple of the calls haven't gone your way earlier in this set, you still have the lead.
And it forces a timeout by Heather Guthrie. 20-16, Shelby, the answer they needed. They're 5 points away from evening the match.
That answer they needed was Chloe Mayheck simply in those last couple of points. One thing I'm noticing from Lakeview, their point of attack, they know that there's going to be 2 blockers on most of their swings. They've seen that Hofbauer has jumped a little late on a couple, so every time that they've gone over the 2 blocks, it's been over the arms of Hofbauer. So wherever Hofbauer is, those defenders in the back line need to be ready. It's coming their way.
20-16. Shelby leads this after a 25-16 first set victory by Lakeview. Once again, want to welcome everybody watching live and free this afternoon. Regional Championship Saturday. Shelby in the regional final, Willard in the regional final. Both matches going on as we speak, live and free right here on Facebook, as well as our main and YouTube channel 1. Shackle ready again. Shelby 5 points away from evening this regional final. In system, left-handed swing, saved, put back across by Moon. Another chance for the Bulldogs. Swing is blocked, but out of bounds. It's 20-17.
Yeah, again, there you see Hofbauer late. That time, though, they go to Moon because she was angled to her right. That was an easy read for that attacker to go right off of her hands and out of bounds over on that Minutemen logo.
Stewart ready to serve. Back set for Moon, off the tip and down. 21-17, and this is where they can take advantage because Stewart is now playing the back line.
Too much real estate between Allen and Paris there on that block. You see a gaping hole right up the middle, and easy read again for this Shelby team.
Moon gets the ace. I think Lexi saw that I made her my player spotlight today, and she's taken off.
Quite
22.
the game. Yeah, quite the game here from Lexi. And she's keeping it up from the service line. It's been mostly attacking, but these serves are helping.
Tough reception. It's back-to-back aces. 23-17. Lakeview does not have a timeout left.
Shelby fans going to jump on their feet here soon. One more from the Whippets, and it's going to be set point here in set number 2. We could be tied 1-1.
Another tough reception, this time in play, though. Dinked right at Bowman. Down the middle, Henkel, overpass. Deflected, won't go. Set point Shelby, 7 set points to try and tie up this regional championship.
And I think it's so huge. Henkel hasn't been in a while. She doesn't play the back row, but her coming back in at this moment is huge for them to try and close this out.
In system, back set, it will go. They hold off 1 set point, 24-18.
And you got to wonder sometimes when Henkel does come back in the front row, does it take a couple of points for her to kind of get back in that mode? That time, her and her blocker, I believe it was Mayheck, they just weren't on time there. It was Schwemley, actually.
Bump left side, Schwemley, angled, kept alive by Schmader. Little dink, in system, Henkel with the dink. One-handed save, Yummy Ball won't go. We play on. Swing, blocked, out, Shelby's tied up the regional final.
There's Henkel right on cue. Just took 1 point to get back into it. You just see how high she jumps up in the air, and she just sends it straight down right to sender. Big time, big win. Set number 2 goes to the Whippets.
25-18. We'll take a break and be back with set 3 after this.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
This Division IV Lexington Regional Championship is tied at a set apiece. Shelby taking set 2, 25-18, behind the effort of Lexi Moon. What a set she had.
Yeah, Lexi Moon was great. Also got to talk about Chloe Mayheck. Those two were the big X factors there in the second set, just as we talked about in the pregame. Those were going to be the two big pieces. Also talked about Alex Lay. So all three of them getting involved. Madison Henkel has done her thing, as she usually does, especially coming off of a game like she had on Thursday with 20 kills. But Lexi Moon, from the service line towards the end of that set, led them to 2 consecutive aces on their way to that 25-18 set 2 win. She's going to start on the bench.
Absolutely. We talked about Lakeview needing to get that first set. We talked about Shelby being battle tested. Both things came true here, and now we're playing a best of 3 to see who goes to Dayton. It will be Bailey Hoffbauer, the senior setter, to start things off here. Big set coming up. The winner of this really takes control of the match, and it's an ace.
Very good there from Hoffbauer. That's quite the start. Whippets starting to rack up the aces on a Lakeview team that's used to that being their point of attack.
And you've got to think the way they finished that first set, and if they can go off to a run here to start the second, momentum completely on their side. That's tipped but kept alive. Over to Schwimley. Schwimley mid-range, angled, won't go. Back left side swing off the tip and down. Addison Allen with the kill. We're tied at 1.
That's just good offense simply there. You're going to see this replay again of this block. Lay does everything right. It just goes right off of her left forearm. Her right forearm goes right down, and it's tied up at 1.
The push right side falls for Henkel. She read the line was down there, just flicked it to the right, got it to fall. It's 2-1.
That's an all-state long jumper there for you, ladies and gentlemen, and she shows her hops. She threatens every piece of the court whenever she gets up that high. She can reach anywhere, and she chooses to go to the short side.
Schwemley nearly got the ace, and she will swing from mid-range. In system, down the middle, got it. Great read by Price to tie things up.
Yeah, it goes right around the Henkel block. They've been trying to go off of her block sometimes, but that was way too easy for Lakeview. It was Hoffbauer that really had the only chance, but the direction that went, she even still didn't really have a chance.
Allen's serve in play. Henkel off of Allen and down. It's 3-2.
Back row from Lakeview needs to clean it up. That was sailing out of bounds.
That, and as well as at the end of the first set, those aces, they were just unable to really cleanly receive. That'll send Kendra Walp to the line. Bumped, mid-range, left side, off the tip by Stewart. Walp with the save. Little dink, but too soft by Mayheck, and we're tied at 3.
Mayheck tried to get a little too pretty there, going up the middle, just trying to sail it just above the tape. She's played so well, just playing her game. I feel like now she's starting to get a little too fancy. Just go back to what was working in the second set.
This will be a free ball back to Lakeview. Low liner, though, nearly falls, but the Pancakes keeps it alive. Walp with the save. It'll be just a punch to the back corner. In system, left side off the block and down. Stewart with the kill. It's 4-3 Lakeview.
Yeah, that's the second time that they've played Lay's right arm, and even though she's doing what you're taught, there's still got to be an adjustment, especially if it's still working on the other side.
Walp with the split gets the reception. That's off the tip, stays alive. Right at the middle, the dink. will not go across, and we're tied at 4.
Ali Paris there on the air. Went up with the left arm. That's definitely not her preferred point of attack. And doesn't even get it over the net. Goes all the way to the other side. And here's Ava Bowman. She had a solid service run in the second set for the Whippets.
And gets them out of system here. It will be a free ball. Nearly out. That might have stayed in. Schwimley said it was too close. That swing, though, 8-ball corner pocket. Don't matter. Mayheck gets the kill.
Hey, if you're going to play it, make sure you play it in a way that you can do stuff like that. Get it right to your setter. Hoffbauer had the easiest time getting underneath that one. And when you can do that, that's cash money for the Shelby team. Cross swing as well. Very impressive.
Mid-range won't go. This will be bumped left side. Mayheck unable to get it in. It kind of sailed towards the net, and she was unable to adjust.
Yeah, that's been the theme for this Shelby team. They like to set it tight to the net. They like their chances in jousts here today. They've got some people that can jump out the gym. They've got some of the taller players out on the court. So they like to play tight to the net. Sometimes it just comes back to bite you.
Down the middle, got it. That was a perfect in-system play. Great reception there by Schwimley. Even better setup, and the finish by Moon.
I'll be honest, I started to lose track of how many kills each player had, but if I had to make an educated guess, Lexi Moon would probably be in the lead for this Whippet team.
Back set, the angled shot. Rarely have we seen Stewart from the right side, but that time she was able to angle it to get it to fall.
Yeah, and I got to feel bad for Bowman right there. I don't think she thought there was any chance that was getting over to her. She was not ready for it at all, but reasonably so.
Stewart will now serve this third set. Tied at 6, the match tied at 1. Bumped to Moon. Moon just beyond, and that's out. That's the right call. It hit that little tally line behind the corner.
Sometimes it's a game of inches, Travis.
Yeah.
Right there, the set was just a little bit behind, and that's enough to really make you miss.
Back set, and Moon ties it up.
That time it was out of system, but it still worked, and it ties this thing back up. I believe that was Schwemley there.
Yeah, that was a nice pass to get it back in play.
Well, it was Hoffbauer that got the set, but Schwemley does a good job. Wasn't expecting the serve. It went short. She was able to get them the point.
This in system, it'll be a backline swing. Moon with the dig, up off the block, and over to Lakeview. Bit of a miss set over the head, nothing doing there. Dink won't fall, we play on. That swing off the net, out of bounds. Shelby gets the point. It was not blocked, it hit the tape. 8-7 Shelby. Moon ready to serve again. Low liner, it's an ace.
That was a bullet from Lexi Moon. That was impressive. Probably the serve of the day so far.
And I still can't believe how a ball gets hit so hard and then just drops off the face of the earth as it goes across the net.
That was going out.
Back set blocked and down. Henkel with the block. And Shelby starting to get a little distance here in set 3.
I think this is my favorite rotation here for the Shelby team. You've got Moon in the back serving, just throwing darts. There's another one. You've also got Henkel up the middle. Schwemley helps out as well. Just miscommunication there ends that rotation.
Yeah, that they had the opportunity there on the quick flick back across, but Moon not expecting it, knocked it out of bounds, and that saves Lakeview for now. They trail by 2. Walp with the reception. Schwemley up to Hoffbauer. She just sends it across. Down the middle. Got it. Price in system. It's 10-9.
It's starting to look reminiscent of the first set for Lakeview. If they're able to get to the middle that easily, we could see a run here from these Bulldogs. They've got a pretty solid option at the service line right now. It's their libero, Mara Schmader.
Henkel off the tip. Gets it to fall. Big point there. It's 11-9.
Schmader was not happy with her teammate right there. She was ready for that dig, but Allen jumped in front of her and took it.
So that sends Bailey Hoffbauer back. Update from Elida. Ottawa Glandorf leads 2-0 over Willard. Nearly an ace. It's in play. Mid-range swing. That's kept up by Shackle. Back set. Swing off the block. Setting back over, though. Another chance for Shelby. This time it's Henkel. She's blocked, but it stays alive. Schwimley now with the chance. Was it tipped? No, it wasn't. One rep does say it was tipped down here. They're going to discuss.
While they discuss, let's look at this play. So what happens here
that was
sets
absolutely
a little bit
tipped.
behind. Yeah. What I was going to get to before, there was a
Shelby
earlier
gets the
part.
point.
And shout out to that official there. She was outnumbered on that call 1-3, and she was able to make her case, as she did have the best view out of all three of them. Even though she was outnumbered, she was able to make her case, go up to the top official. They changed the point. That is a big change for the Shelby team, trying to keep Lakeview away from getting sort of a big run and saving both of the teams' timeouts.
This is going to be a free ball. Shelby can add on again. Back set. Lay. Got it off the tip. 13-9.
Yeah, top official sees that one that time. That was much easier to read. Shelby with a solid run here thanks to that official closest to us. 4-point lead.
Short serve, let ball, dug up. In system, and it will fall 13-10.
Good serve receive. Shackle was left on an island. Walp went to the near side. Did a good job to kind of try and punch it up. And to her credit, it went up in the air, just all the way up behind the Shelby bench into the bleachers.
Walp with the reception. Quick set across, stays alive.
That campfire is not opening up at all today for Shelby. Center dumps are not working.
Second attempt, blocked again. Henkel, 14-10. Stewart had multiple chances there. Henkel got the best of her, though. Schwimley now to serve. Set down the middle, little dink, kept up by Lay. Quick set across. Malik was there. Angled, out of bounds, 15-10.
It's one of your shortest players. To her credit, she's an outside hitter. She knows how to kill it. But Addison Allen, if you have your shortest player with a standing swing, that's not going to get the job done. She had to try and finesse it to the back corner to try and fool Shelby into thinking it was going to land in. They did not fall for the bait. Timeout called by Lakeview.
Heather Guthrie calling a timeout. You can't let that call that was right kind of let this spour out. She was complaining to the ref because in the last set, there were a couple calls that did go Shelby's way. There were a couple calls that went Lakeview's way in the first set. She was getting a little frustrated. I understand that, but that was the right call there. She's now telling her team, hey, we can't let that call ruin our set here.
And also,
we need to recover.
And also, you got to remember, these officials, these are some of the
They're
best.
human.
These are some of the best as well here in the OHSAA. That there's a reason they're doing this regional championship game. There are going to be mistakes. There are going to be. Volleyball's one of those toughest games.
Oh, inches, fingertips, little touches. That's why I call games and not go down on the floor.
There's a reason that college volleyball now has cameras right next to the net because it gets that close. You're not going to get 100% of a perfect game from these officials. They've called it pretty well so far. I think the only exception I would make is the one in the second set on the near side line that took Shelby away from a point.
But they still won the set.
Yeah, exactly.
This will be a free ball. They'll have a chance to make this a 6-point set. Over the Henkel. Henkel's blocked. Lakeview gets back on the board. It's 15-11.
They haven't gone to Henkel as much as I thought they would here today. They go with her there, and it seems like Lakeview was ready for her. She was, of course, with a 20-kill game on Thursday, the top priority for the Bulldogs on the scouting report. It's the rest of the crew for Shelby that have really picked it up.
And an ace. It's 2 in a row. 15-12.
Big-time coaches' points.
Yeah.
They get 2 in a row.
The timeout working perfectly. Shelby in system. Henkel coasting to her right, couldn't get the fall, but that block will go down for Henkel. 16-12.
What's most impressive about Henkel, she's going to go off here because she was going to get rotated to the back row. But what's most impressive about Henkel is that most of her blocks this year are solo blocks. She doesn't really get too much help for the most part. She's able to stand her ground all by her lonesome.
73 solos, 31. As that one goes back to Lakeview. 3-point set here as we're midway through set 3. Winner of this set takes a commanding 2-1 lead in this regional championship.
So it's a little under half, but still, that's a pretty good ratio considering what most other people are at.
Too strong. And now we're to the point in the set where those become big.
Yep. And I think it's kind of slow conditioning here from, and I'm not saying conditioning like they're getting tired. I'm saying conditioning like they're really starting to let their opponent know that they're missing long, so now sometimes they can try and aim for the back line later on in the match, and Shelby's not going to go for it, even if it is in bounds.
Running dink won't go for Stewart. Left side, that's Mayheck. Great dig back there. But it'll be another chance for Shelby. Moon, got it!
5-point lead. I believe this is the biggest lead of the set.
You are correct. And now Ava Bowman, one of the ones you want serving right now, at the line. Bumped right side. Bartlett will get it to fall.
Got to give credit to the Bulldogs. Shelby takes their biggest lead of the game, biggest lead of the set, and Lakeview doesn't bow down. They go right back and score one and bring it within 4.
But if you are Shelby, a 5-6 point lead at this point, that helps you out because you can withstand a 2 or 3-0 run.
And you're in a good spot in your rotation as well because Henkel is slated to come back in by the time this set is getting ready to close up.
And that goes out of bounds. It makes it a 5-point set again. Shelby 6 points away from taking a 2-1 match lead.
And Travis, that's another big piece to volleyball. If you can kind of schedule out your rotations, as we see the second timeout called, they're not going to have any more here in the set, Lakeview. But if you can schedule out your rotations and you can play it out just right to say you're in a 21-20 game, it's getting really close, and you've got your best player on the bench, she is well rested, you're bringing her back in for those last couple of points, you couldn't ask for anything better as a coach.
That is a very, very good point that you make right there because it's not just throwing your players out there. It's kind of like a chess match of that strategy of when can I think she will be back in here to give me the big points. And in set 2, it was played perfectly by Coach Ohlweiler. And it's so far here in set 3, it's also going right the script how they want it.
Yeah, I believe it was 22 to 16 when Henkel checked in the second set. So timing is perfect. Shelby, their execution from all of their other role players. Moon, Schwemley, Mayheck, who has had a heck of a game as a sophomore. Alex Lay. The list keeps going on. Also, Hoffbauer has really stepped up in some pieces, especially here in this third set. And Walt has been a completely different libero from set 1 to set 3.
So since that big run by Lakeview to finish set 1, Shelby has really gotten comfortable, gotten back into it, and now they lead this third set 19-14, looking to finish it off here. Back to action we go. Into the corner.
That's such a smart serve.
Kept Stewart from really getting a big swing. Moon pushed it down, 20-14.
That is one of the most underappreciated serves you'll see, but I'm going to appreciate it. Miley Shackle, she went way up in the sky on that serve. That could have sailed out of bounds. It was really close. Forced them to play it, and they did not get very much of an attack going there from Lakeview. Pretty much a free ball, and Shelby was able to cash in on their next attack.
This one in system, but it's only flicked across. Moon again, block, but down. Solo block, Ali Paris, the junior middle hitter with a big block to make it 20-15.
Yeah, so Shelby was the first to 20 here in set number 3. That's another big teller, but what's the response from the Bulldogs? They get a point right back. They're within 5.
Molly Stewart to serve. Back set to Moon, just flicked it with her right hand and down. What an adjustment by Moon.
Yeah, that's big. Right over the line. It was honestly on Lakeview's side, and she was able to still reach over.
And
Here's
she gets an ace!
Isn't this what she exactly did on the last set?
Yeah.
This is exactly what she did in set number 2, if you're just joining us.
Easily MVP candidate number 1 here so far. Overpass, flick back over. Not a hard swing. It'll give Shelby a chance. Cross court to Schwimley. Schwimley saved by Schmader. Another off speed. Nearly falls, but is punched over by Moon. Still in play. The swing. Overpass again by Shelby.
Biggest volley of the match right here.
That's off the tip. Moon there. Bumped over the Schwimley. Angled just off the net, but down. Big point for Lakeview as they survive that one. It's 22-16.
Don't be shocked at all if you see a string of points here from Lakeview after that. That was huge. Just all of the sort of close calls on that point. It ends up just being an error from Shelby. They need to capitalize right here.
Henkel's blocked, and there's another point. 2 in a row. 22-17, but now Shelby does have Henkel in there. If they can get her in system, that might be able to stop that run. But like I said, if Shelby can get a 5-6 point lead at this point, they can be able to withstand something like that. Schwemley, left side, dinks it. Overpass, another chance for the Whippets. Right at Henkel. Got it! 23-17.
She's been in for a little bit, but this is kind of where we talked about the scheduled rotation. She's back in a critical moment. She's in the middle, however, so she's close to coming out, so you really want to try and close this out soon.
Hoffbauer now to serve. This will be in system. Down the middle. Got it. Price.
That's big, too. If I'm counting the rotations correctly now, if these next couple points go back and forth, Henkel will be back out of the game for any sort of set point.
One-handed save, but not saved. One-handed swipe, I should say. It's an ace. Now also, if they can exchange points one more time, Stewart would then get back to that front line on that left side.
Yeah, and disregard what I said. Henkel would be in for a set point, but they would have to score on that point.
Set for Henkel. Yeah. No! Let's see the replay.
Hard to see it there, but I think he's right.
Yeah, I think he is.
Your initial instinct as an official is to call it in, and then you kind of have that second thought in your mind, and you're just like, oh, let me just throw it up real quick.
Oh, and a big mistake there. Too strong. It is set point. 4 set points coming up as Henkel will be on that right side as we continue. Mayheck checks back in.
She'll go back
serve.
to the middle after the serve. They just rotated.
A little dink. And it'll fall, 24-21.
The good news is Henkel will stay on the floor for this run because you don't rotate till after you score another point and get it back. But notice how she's starting on the right side, but then right when this was served, well, actually now that they're serve receiving, she can't do that. She's going to have to be back right at the 10-foot line. She'll stay on the right side here for this point. They're going to go
set
to her.
Up for her. Swing, let ball. It falls. Shelby leads 2-1.
That was a big point because you needed a response. Madison Henkel, she loved to be up the middle. They scored another point, forced her to the right side, and even then she was still able to strike. And there's a 2-1 lead for the Shelby team, 1 set away from a state tournament run.
Shelby needs one of the next 2 sets to indeed head to Dayton. We'll be back.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Home and kitchen supply. We're building our future with you.
Contractors and do-it-yourselfers, this is Jeff Flowers from Home and Kitchen Supply, here to remind you that we are your best source for kitchens, baths, windows, doors, floors, and more. Quality products, friendly service, great prices. You owe it to yourself to give us a try. You will be glad you did. That's Home and Kitchen Supply, 163 North Diamond Street, downtown Mansfield. We're building our future with you.
Shelby is a set away from joining the boys basketball squad as being the second Whippet program to make it to the Final Four in this calendar year. Travis Berardi back here with Jonathan Langdon, and the Lady Whippets have all the momentum right now. They're getting some of those 50-50 balls to fall. They're getting some big points, and they're now a set away from an improbable run to the Final Four.
And one of the differences between set one, where they lost, and set 2 and 3, Lakeview got off to a blistering start in that first set, and Shelby has responded since.
Henkel makes it 1-0. Shout out everybody watching too, including Becky Standridge, who shouted me and Jonathan out. We love doing this. It's always a pleasure when we actually get a chance to do some Shelby games when we're allowed to.
Yeah.
Have a blast doing it. This will be bumped left side. Mayheck, just a soft swing to the back line. And that one flipped down by Price. We're tied at 1.
Yeah, they caught Henkel reaching to the right. She was not straight up on that block, tried to make up for where she took off from. 1-1 game.
Shelby has a little bit of breathing room now, because even if they were to drop this set, as that back set for Henkel, 8-ball corner pocket. Even if they drop this set, they would still play a fifth and decisive, but you want to get it done here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great adjustment from Madison Henkel. She has been a powerful swinger, but sometimes when the set doesn't quite go the way you want it to go, you got to be able to switch things up, and that's exactly what she did there.
Walp with the ace. And this is exactly what you don't want to happen for Lakeview, is Shelby to get off to an early start. And if they get a couple more points, you may see an early timeout here.
Yeah, and I'm sure they don't want to do that, obviously. So they're going to be a little lenient. They're going to try and let their team play through a bit of adversity here for the next couple of points at least. And
that's a big swing by Stewart. Mid-range, kind of off to her left, but she was able to get the tip and get it out of bounds to make it 3-2.
So Shelby, they drop that point, and